Hello, beautiful, amazing, fantastic world, and you, amazing individual, and a happy new year to everyone. Today I would like to speak a little about a new year, renewed life. When a new year has passed, like now, we are in a completely and fresh new period of time. It is a most opportune moment to truly grab a hold of it and build your resolve and strength for, well, picking up a little momentum, When you are starting something in the start of the year, building it and focusing on, it might be anything you aspire to master or to explore. It is the most opportune moment. Because, well, it is asking us to start something that might grab a hold in towards the future. And our purpose, of course, is to build something that will actually last far, far into the future. The further, the better. We have been focusing so much on easy, quick, and fast bucks and money, and the problem lies in there is no quality or anything lengthy in it. By us cultivating, strengthening, and developing our being, our whole being, the intellect and thinking, feeling, sensing, will and deeds, actions, conduct, it helps you with awakening your individuality that is so important today. The more individuals we wake up within the mass, the stronger a foundation and the stronger momentum we will gain if we all focus on moving towards the same direction. The details is not that important. It is truly about building a strong, structured, moral and ethical and loving foundation for this world towards the future. And the start of the new year is the perfect opportunity to do so. Because it is a new year and what is going to happen next. So we focus on certain areas, being flexible and as all-rounded as possible. You see, it is you have heard the expression a jack of all trades, master of none. But there is something that is, there is a secret there too. It's not really a secret either. Jack of all trades, master of all. Which is what we aspire to. And when I say all, I don't mean unnecessary areas of life, obviously. But it truly has to do about conduct, our inner being, what comes out of our inner being. And what we choose to build on this planet. Since we are reincarnating. My goal is to, well, put out work, and when I pass and come to new life, I might find it again. And that is the foundation we try to build here, so that in our next life we come back to the work again. You see, we are spiritualizing the earth and we always come back here. If we try to run away, we will end up in another sphere that is not necessarily a human development anymore. That is why it's important to not be afraid of living, be afraid of participating and being a shining light on this planet Earth. Wouldn't you want that? I would certainly, and I love to see others shine too. Their beautiful individual uniqueness, their personality. You see that when someone expresses themselves in full strength in their center, you know they have built and fought for their understanding. It is kind of admirable. Not kind of, it is admirable. Seriously. And to deny another person that, to be jealous or to be envious and covet their powers they have fought so hard for, it is out of its place, It is. Why do you use your time on that when you can cultivate your inner being to be in the same manner? Loving, caring, having a little flair and personality. We are not meant to lose ourselves away in a mass or in a faith alone and just living on that pure. It is kind of a combination. I like to use this as an example. I live in an area where Norse mythology has been very prominent in earlier times and are still have the shadows or the remnants, and Odin is still kind of affecting us. But having Christian piety in combination with the knowledge and wisdom seeking of the Norse, you have a match made in heaven. It is not about worshipping the Norse gods or anything. It has to do with Odin's determination to learn, to gain wisdom, to gain insight. It is just, he is one of the most amazing wisdom sages of all times, and I truly admire such a being. I think he is in the archangelic realm, if I'm not completely mistaken. Or he is in the Archai, prime beginnings. But I digress. It truly is about having both piety and reverence for God, Christ, and the Holy Spirit, but also wanting to seek wisdom and knowledge to understand it, to truly gain knowledge about the Trinity and this world and whatever this world is built up by in the cosmic and the spiritual sense of the word. So by immersing ourselves in developing our abilities for perception, for understanding, for comprehending and cognition, consciousness, but also emotional control and emotional stability. Yes, emotions might flare up here and there, but there's nothing wrong with that. We are human beings after all, and we experience things that might be frustrating and straining and stressful. Of course. And no one is infallible and no one is perfect, so now and then we do have our moments. It's not to be ashamed of, though. We register it and then we try to not suppress it or anything, because anger in many ways can be divine anger, where you can focusing it towards, this is annoying me, so I am going to go do this to counteract it, taken as an example. You use it as fuel to the fire. You do not get suppressed and you do not back out just because you experience challenges and inner turmoil. Inner turmoil is part of life. Mastering and having grace and dignity when you are experiencing these things, now that is what we can aspire to. We can unfold our potential, and as I said, we might not understand the universe in its full detail and sense and all the spiritual beings and the hierarchy within it, but we can unfold our own inner being and potential. So instead of focusing on things we can't comprehend without their proper tools of cognition and understanding, we will only butt our head to the wall, boom, 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 without any, it won't be a dent in that wall either. But by awakening your own inner being, including yourself in everything you're doing, instead of trying to exclude mankind from this, because we are here, and no matter how much we wish we're not here, we are here. So by including us in everything we perceive, we quickly understand that we have something spiritual within us that truly is a participant and a guiding force, a clever and wise higher being within us, our genius that guides us towards what is needed and what we need as fuel and food for thought and food for emotions, food for will. And a new year, as I said, opens up to start. And especially today is a perfect day to start, to just a new year. Might there be something that I can achieve this year that might be of help to all of mankind through my own freedom, through what I have chosen and what I have observed is a necessity in this world. But not forcing it on anyone, just putting it out there inspiring others to awaken for themselves. By doing so, we do not lead people astray. We just inspire, and then you will start doing the work. Or not. That is the beautiful choice, right? So, I promise you, this work is never in vain. Paul is completely right. God's work is never in vain. No matter how painful, no matter how much hindrance, and no matter how much conflict and suffering you are going through while you do the work, when you overcome it, it's the most sublime feeling you can get. Because once you have overcome it, it won't bother you again. That is why we fight in the astral world. With our resolve, and with our intellect, and with our understanding of the world. And by doing so, we are participating with the archangels and the angels in the spiritual conflict that occurs in the supersensible. So it is important to uphold and hold respect and hold love and reverence for the work and for spirituality. If you make fun of it, you will... I'm not going to go into that. But I will try to use just a funny example. Imagine a common man. Just suddenly, let's say there is a high-end spiritual leader that is speaking in front of the people. This is a long time ago. And one person just, do you seriously think he will come out of that unscathed when that speaks, well, it is truth in his words. He uplifts and inspires others. Do you think that person will be left alone by anyone there? I think most people will ridicule him. That is an automatic thing when you truly fight against something you know is truth. It will never bode well. Of course, you can have arbitrary truths. You can have truths for yourself, what you have come to a conclusion about, without having the world included. But then it would be only this ball. That is why we need to expand the ball to encompass our whole solar system. So know that the whole solar system is a reflection of our physical and our inner being, included with the constellations, of course. The constellations around is our physical body, and within our organs and also our behaviors and so on are affected by the planets and the stars and the sun, moon and earth and so on, and the whole solar system. We are a reflection of this. A microcosm in a macrocosm, and it is to awaken that and to truly have it a reality so that we can grow into becoming something more. And through devotion, knowledge and wisdom seeking, the perfect combination, devotional curiosity and devotional reverence for curiosity and wonder. Wonder and curiosity is not something that is not a place in religion or in spiritual work. It truly is. Well, it is seriously needed. This amazing curiosity and wonder. Curiosity and wonder is the state of being we need to be in to actually absorb things. You are in a state of absorbing, that is what waiting and observing is, truly. And it is about where we focus to. And focusing on many areas of life and seeing it from many different lenses allows you to switch between different spiritual realms in the huge realm, in a sense. Like the astral Devakan, lower Devakan, higher Devakan, the lower astral realm, the etheric and so on. All of this to be able to focus conceptually within these areas so that you can experience them as reality. That is training, practicing. That is studying something through an audiobook, and then if the audiobook is correct and it is truthful and you can find reality in it, then after you listen to it, you go away from it and then you try to observe what you listen. Is it something in it, you know? That is trial and error, and a trial and succeed also. It really is about that curiosity. If we deny ourselves any kind of answer, we will never grow. But by being wondrous and awaken every day with curiosity, you will be helped and guided and protected too. And you will be given a certain harmony of inner life. So you are given strength to do this as often as is possible. And it is enjoyable work, that is why we do it. We don't do it to force anyone, and we don't do it to be a spoil sport, or we just do it because we feel inspired to do so. And that is, well, necessary. Having certain inspirational feelings. Feeling inspired to help. Feeling inspired to inspire. Using your imagination to inspire and intuitively awaken, or with intuition, intuitive actions, you know? So through your imagination, you are inspired through your emotions to do intuitive deeds. And I think this was everything. And a happy new year to everyone. I have to say it again. We are now at a completely new year and new days to come to build experiences and heal oneself. Heal oneself as best as we can. We are not normal human beings. We are not as everyone else. We are individual and we don't necessarily fit in a real way. And it is not meant to be. Because fitting in means underlying yourself towards something, to a group or something that might not have your best interests at heart. But you have always your best interest at heart, and you have others' best interest at heart. And when you do, you safeguard yourself from being completely egotistical. You expand your sphere to uncover the whole solar system. Not only around yourself here, feeling isolated, and it is about feeling inclusive in the whole. It is a feeling, it is a state of being. So you care for the world. You love the world, you love the earth, you love everything here and everyone. And every single thing has its place. And we are reincarnating, and we are dying, rebirthing, being in Kamaloka, experiencing what we lived, going through it, being born again, karmically redeeming and making amends for many of our pains we have inflicted on others, and so on. And at the same time, the karma is to make amends, but we also grow at the same time. We are not reincarnating only to karmically experience things. That would be silly, because it doesn't fit there. We are reincarnating to make amends, to, as best as possible, having that debit account completely emptied of karma. Once that is done, you have freedom to unfold your whole potential. That is what I meant. And I said it in an earlier video, you healing yourself removes the clouds. It's the same principle. The more you heal, the more you empty that debit account for karma, the more space you have to unfold and to help others unfold through inspiration. I love you all. Thank you so much. May God, the Holy Spirit, Christ, all guide you, protect you, and may you be an inspiration to all. And may you have a beautiful new year. And may you be protected and guided again, as I said. Love you. Goodbye.